In today's video, I'm going to split it into 3 parts. Firstly, a measurement comparison between the B25 and the B30, give you some idea of the size and the weight of each of the bags. Then I'm going to show you what fits inside each bag, just to give you an idea of what fits inside each bag. And then finally, I'm going to share you my thoughts. Which do I prefer? Do I prefer the B25 or do I prefer the B30, and personal opinion on which is a better bag. So a 3-part video, but if you're looking for more information about the B30, I have some videos already about this, talking about my thoughts about that. However, I do think that my opinion has changed a little bit about this bag. So anyway, check that out. Also check out part 3, and I will also link my reveal about this bag as well as the live stream in the description section down below. But anyway, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kat. I love handbag videos and I love to do reviews and comment videos, and I also love skincare, makeup, jewelry. So if you like that kind of video, I hope you'll subscribe. And for everyone else, let's talk about Birkins. Let's start with some basic comparisons. So I'm gonna call this my black baby and my gold baby instead of calling it B25 and B30. They'll just be too confusing. So let's call it the black baby and my gold baby. So in terms of the length of these bags, my black baby is 25 centimeters or 10 inches, while my gold baby is 30 centimeters or 12 inches. For the height of these bags, my black baby is 18 centimeters or 7 inches, while my gold baby is 22 centimeters or 8.5 inches. Now the width of this bag, the base is obviously larger. So my black baby is about 12.5 centimeters or 5 inches, while my gold baby is 15 centimeters or 6 inches. As for the handle height, my black baby is only 8 centimeters from the top of the bag or 3.2 inches, while my gold baby is 12 centimeters or 4.5 inches. So it is definitely a taller handle. And even the size of the handle, my little black baby is really slim and small. It's only 0.6 centimeters, while my gold baby is 1 centimeter. So it is a thicker handle. In terms of the width of the handle, of course, the black baby is a little bit smaller. It's 7 centimeters or 2.5 inches, while my gold baby is actually 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches. Both of my Birkins are Togo leather, so I believe Togo is lighter than Clemence and Swift leather, but it is slightly heavier than Epsom. So I guess Togo would be a good choice if you're looking for a moderately light bag. Not light, but it's not like super heavy. So my black Birkin, which is my baby black Birkin, it is 576 grams or about 1.27 pounds, whereas my gold Birkin, which is in the size 30, is 982 grams or 2.16 pounds. So it's definitely much heavier, which makes sense because people who said that they have the B30, if they do put quite a lot of things inside, it can get quite heavy because the bag itself is larger and therefore there's more material and therefore heavier. So let's swap over and see what you can fit inside each bag. Alright, let's start with my Birkin, size 30. This is an A4 file, as you can see. Can't really go in, maybe diagonally, but I've got to sort of squeeze it in. I wouldn't recommend you put a file in it. So let's take that out. Okay, this is my makeup holder. I've got a few things, hand sanitizer, my wok that fits just nice. I'm just not using any organizer. Next, 2 of my phones. I'm just going to put that at the side. Don't really use the pockets. My Chanel coin pouch, a little book that's like a Starbucks book, my vlogging camera with the handle. I'm gonna also put this Teamy water bottle, assuming it's got water. Let's do a bit of rearranging and okay, put the wok vertically. So it all fits, but I'm telling you, oh my gosh, it is really heavy. You don't see everything from the top, but yeah, it feels like a rock. Let's go with the Birkin 25, my black Birkin. So obviously the A4 file will not go in. Maybe if you put it vertically like that, but that doesn't make sense. So let's take that out. Okay, my wok, I'm going to put it vertically down because I want a bit of space. Now book at the side. I'm going to put both of my phones as well. As you can see, it's getting tight.
my coin purse, just dump that in. I want to put my makeup bag with hand sanitizer. It's not going to fit, so I'm going to rearrange it a little bit. And I could put this in, yeah, but it's a bit of a squeeze. So that's about it. It's definitely less. Vlogging camera didn't go in. You can see that from the top, the walk is not obvious.
So let me share my thoughts about both of these bags. I've only used my Birkin 25 once, and that was just to go out for a really short time. I think not even 1 hour. And of course my B30 has been with me longer, and I've used it for several trips. I have also been using it here and there, but not as much because it is a bigger bag. One of the most common questions that I got about my baby Birkin is, can I fit my arm through it because I have such a small arm? So the answer is not really. I will insert some modeling shots and you can see. With the B30, it is so much more convenient because the handles are taller and I can fit my whole arm in it. You know, it rests very, very comfortably in the crook of my arm. It definitely does not fit all the way up to my shoulder, but with my baby Birkin or my black baby, this fellow can only be handheld. I can sort of squeeze it through my elbow and kind of like stretch the handles a little bit, but you know, because it is a new bag, I don't really want to do that. And I have one arm with accessories, so I've got my nomination bracelet, I've got my love, I've got my JUC, so I do need to be a little bit careful as I put my arm through it so that I won't scratch it. You can squeeze it through your elbow, but my arm is, you know, fairly thin. I've got a very thin wrist, but I do have quite a meaty forearm, maybe because I exercise a little bit, but even so I can sort of squeeze it up to maybe 1 centimeter close to my elbow, and when I kind of bend it, the bag sort of folds forward like almost to 45 degrees. So my first thought about the bag is the B30 is a more convenient option because you can put it in the crook of your arm. But the B25, though it's really cute, it is not as convenient, and it's definitely a bag that needs you to be more ladylike. Now in terms of size, obviously one is 25 centimeters, one is 30 centimeters. The 30 centimeter bag is a much larger bag. It's not so big that it's overwhelming, as you can see in the modeling shots. It's actually quite a good size. And it's sort of like a tote bag, so it looks good even when you put it in the crook of your arm, and it's a little bit more wow, you know, because it's got the size. The B25 on my baby Birkin is super, super cute. It looks so good handheld, and it is very proportionate. You know, the handles are smaller, the bag is smaller, everything is just like, you know, shrunk a little bit more. So it looks absolutely spectacular because it's super cute. My personal preference for size is the baby Birkin or the B25. This is such a good little bag, but not too little that you can't fit your stuff inside. There is so much space. Even though it is tapered, you don't need to put many big things. This is a going out bag, and luxury bags, you know, shouldn't be filled to the brim, even though you can, but it is a very expensive bag for you to put out of shape. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like some tote bags, yes, they fit a lot, but if they're very expensive, I don't know if you want to fit so many things inside. Make the handles kind of go out of shape, make the base go out of shape. So even though this is a bigger size bag, I don't tend to carry too much because anyway, it will get very heavy. So because of that, if I'm not already carrying too much, this becomes a very good option. So in terms of size, I actually prefer the B25, not just because it's cute, but it carries enough for me for the whole day. The third comment that I also got is, will I sell my B30 now that I have my B25? And the answer is, I am not sure. This is my holy grail bag. Like, this is my first holy grail bag, like holy grail Birkin bag, because I like, oh my gosh, I have it. Even though it's pre-loved, it is in amazing condition. This is a, wow, 2011? Is it 2011? It's 10 years old. Or is it 11 years old? I can't remember right now. But yeah, it's an old bag. Like, you can look at it, you know, but it's still in a great shape. There is hardly anywhere on it. I'm actually trying to look for somewhere. Like, okay, there's a little bit, like it's hardly. It's in amazing condition. So I have thought that if I'm going to be using my Birkin 25 more often and I'm no longer going to be grabbing this bag, then I may consider letting this go, because I don't really need such a large bag. I have other large bags like my Celine, my Foray La Page, so I don't think I would need such a big bag in the future. At the moment, I'm not letting them go because it's just incredible that I have a B30 and a B25. Never even imagined that I have 2 Birkins in my life. So I'm just very, 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 very thankful and blessed. So yeah, I'm not letting them go, but it has crossed my mind that if this turns out to be a much more functional and this starts to be left behind, like I don't really want to grab it, then I do see myself letting it go in the future, but not at the moment. My final comment about these 2 bags, and it's also to answer a question about where you should get them. So this bag, I bought it from store. I got it in store. Amazing. And this bag is pre-loved. I got it from a reseller. It really depends on your budget, because if you are living in a country where it's pretty competitive, it's not Paris and it's not some other Asian countries like Japan or maybe America, then you do need to build a history with Hermes. A lot of people have commented on the process of obtaining this bag, because you do need to build that history. You need to, you know, buy things with Hermes before they see you as a loyal customer and offering this bag as almost like a reward system, or, you know, to say that, we trust you as a loyal customer. But in a different perspective is you are kind of paying more for the bag, and why don't just go to the reseller route? Pay that reseller that amount of money and get the bag of your choice, exactly this combination, because being offered may not mean this combination. I absolutely agree with that. I feel like the process of getting this bag is very stressful, and it is quite difficult from both financial as well as mentally, because you don't know if you're going to be offered the bag and the bag that you want. However, the feeling and the experience of getting these 2 bags is very, very different. Now, when I got my B30, I was ecstatic to be able to find this bag and to get it at that price. That time I thought was a good price, but yeah, to get this bag, and the feeling was like, oh my gosh, I can afford it, and therefore I could buy it. Now, getting this bag, on the other hand, it's a totally different experience. That whole, you know, getting it in the shop, the opening of the box and all of that, it is pretty spectacular, and it's sort of like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I can understand if you keep doing it, like you keep spending and getting a bag and spending and getting a bag, then it gets a little old. Like any experience, it gets a little old. It's almost like, all right, give me the bag, you know, that kind of feeling. So honestly, to do it multiple times, like to spend, build a history and get a bag, spend, I honestly don't think that is wise, because it's not a sustainable thing to do. The other thing about getting it from the resale market is you need to be very sure about your due diligence. You need to be very sure of your reseller. And now with the super fakes, it is extra important for you to check again, because some of the bags out there look so good, and you don't want to be paying that kind of money and then later going through the whole, you know, risk. So one of the things that I did for this bag is I actually got it double authenticated, and to get the 100% authentication obviously is to bring it to the store. So if you are going into the resale market, that is a risk that you are going to face. So you need to check again, because it is a very expensive bag and a very expensive mistake to make. Then therefore making it less risky to be getting it in store. But then again, it's very difficult and it's also very expensive. I'm not encouraging you to spend. So if that's not your jam and that's not your game, make a trip. Like if you're watching this luxury channel, if you're watching me right now, you are in a position to consider getting an Hermes, or you are interested in it or something. So one way is to go to countries that do not have this kind of process, which is obviously Paris. Japan is one of it. America is also where you can possibly get lucky. So I feel like both experiences was exciting, but this is something that I will always remember. Of course this was out of body experience. This was just, it was really, really amazing. So yeah, so I'm gonna end with that, but I highly encourage you to watch our luxury live stream. I did one on my Birkin journey, and we did one with Isabel on her Birkin journey or Hermes journey, and we shared the process. We talked about it more in depth and really tell you that the process is not as bad as you think. It's really, really doable. So before you jump in to just buy it from the resale market, do check your local market and think about it first. Because being offered it's a totally different experience. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be helpful, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Otherwise, everybody, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!